Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel again. And just wanted to say this, thank you for all the support I've been getting from the past few videos, mainly on my GTA ones, and I'm glad that people can agree, some people can agree with the things that I have said. For example, the last video that I made of things that they should do, like Rockstar should do, before they stop supporting GTA 5. And again, just want to say thank you for all the support. I've been really happy that I've been getting all the support and getting the amount of views that I've gotten, and I'm glad that there are people out there that have taken the time to watch my videos and appreciate you. I really do. Thank you. So today in this one, I'm going to be talking about not GTA 5. I'm going to be talking about GTA 6 Online, and I know I'm already going way too ahead of myself because GTA 6 hasn't even come out yet. It's still basically another whole year until it releases. But I wanted to say this because it could be good to say this ahead of time before they release the game, and maybe something to provide feedback based on what we got for GTA 5 basically. So we're starting off with number 10. And I will say this, I think most of these are the most important ones, but there will be a few ones that I point out that aren't as important. But we're starting off at number 10, and that is don't remove any vehicles. And what I mean, if I know I've said this already, and you probably already know, but in the San Andreas Mercenaries DLC, they removed over 180 cars for no reason, and the reason that they did give was such a stupid reason. And I'm just going to say this right now, that the only time you should ever remove a vehicle, any car or anything, is if it's broken, if it's overpowered and it just causes just brain rot for players. It's constantly used for griefing, and it's not used as it's intended for, or it's just, you know, I don't know, glitched or something, just too much of a problem. That's the only time it should be removed, to maybe at least fix it or just get rid of it, because there's no point of it being in the game unless it's just in the way of having people enjoy the game. And that's only meant for weaponized vehicles. So that means that you should never ever remove regular vehicles, because there's no point of it. It really is no point. The main reason that many people didn't really play GTA Online in the beginning is because there was nothing to do. You would get money, but there would be nothing to spend it on. So what they did, they released a lot of cars, so that way people can spend that money. Why would you remove them? Why would you remove over 180 cars, and many of the cars that I wanted to get that I can't get anymore because of that? Just for, oh, it's too messy, and it's because it's too clunky with all the mixture of old and new vehicles. It's such a stupid excuse, and there's no point of it, because now you just left us with all these shitty amount of vehicles, and then after that, what else? We can't even get anything else at all. But yeah, this one is, I would say, important, but it's not necessary. But still, don't remove any vehicles that don't need to be removed. It's stupid that you removed all those vehicles and only gave us like what, two, I guess, decent ways to get some of them back, and not even all of them. The only ways is what, the auto shop, but that only gives you 15 cars, I think, that were removed. And the Simeon's Motorsports, which is just completely random, whatever they fucking want to bring back. And Salvage Yard is not reliable because you would only get one car, but it's not even confirmed that it would be for every week. It can be every 3 weeks or something. So yeah, definitely something that they should not do for GTA 6 Online, because it's stupid and there's no excuse for anything, because it's the new gen. It's going to be new gen, so there should be a lot of space and a lot of time and everything, so you can have a huge amount of space for vehicles. So yeah, next one I will say is one of the important ones, but I'm just gonna put it for number 9, is don't support griefing. This one is super fucking obvious, but it's something that they fucking did in the beginning, which is annoying as hell. And if you don't understand what I mean, they can, during the beginning, for businesses, they always used, let's say for example, you want to sell your cargo for special cargo. There will be a sentence or whatever that pops up on the top left or right of your screen that says, "Oh yeah, if you destroyed this guy's special cargo that they spent hours on, hours and hours, spent money on as well. If you destroy it, you will get $2,000 back." What a steal! Come on, just do it. And it's this because of this. Many griefers use this as an excuse to grief, which is so fucking stupid because it provides no good source of income at all to bring back. No reason. There's no reason on why you should ever even grieve people, because it provides no, like, nothing in return besides just you being a massive dick and douchebag. There's no purpose of griefing at all. And if they stopped, like, supporting griefing, then I feel like this game probably would have been better. And this is another point that I want to say is make it as difficult as possible for GTA 6 Online to have players grief other people, because it's something that annoyed the fuck out of everyone, and especially me, because of one time that I got griefed while doing my MC club. And for example, I remember I was in a community for the PlayStation for GTA 5 for selling, and I was like, okay, my first time actually, asking people to help me. One guy did help me, he was pretty cool, and then another guy wanted to help me out too. And when we were selling that, I was like, all right, yeah, just help me out and protect me. And I was doing the horrendous MC post-op van sell mission when they were helping me out. And one of them was doing one of them, and the other one was defending me with an oppressor Mark II. And he was asking me, oh yeah, how much money is this giving you? And I said around 200K. He was like, oh, okay. And then later on, that guy specifically actually started shooting missiles at my fucking truck. He started actually griefing me and destroying my product, and went on to go and destroy the other one where my friend was doing. And because of that, I had to leave the session, and I decided to block him. I went to the PlayStation community and informed people that this guy was an actual griefer and was just pretending to say, oh yeah, I'll help you just to grief you. And it's funny too because that guy actually started saying, oh yeah, no, what are you talking about? He was the one that was griefing or whatever, but no one believed in this bullshit. But yeah, make it as difficult as possible for people to grief, or don't support it at all, because that's scummy shit and it only promotes shark heart products. And I see how it is, Rockstar, with you being super greedy as fuck by supporting griefing, so that way people just have to deal with that shit and don't want to have to do all that shit again just to get money by using shark cards. It's scummy as fuck. And if anyone griefs in this game, and will anyone grief in the next one, you're a massive asshole and you just do not deserve to have this game. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm going on a long tangent in that one, but yeah. Don't support griefing at all. Do not support it. It's scummy as fuck. It does not belong in a game like this. It's a massive dick move. Alright, moving on to number 8. This one isn't really, I guess, needed. I understand why they wouldn't make it entirely, sort of, but make businesses, like any businesses that they will make in GTA 6, make them at least sort of solo friendly. Because many people out there like me have friends, but don't want to play a game like GTA. And I understand that. Or many people out there just don't have friends, I guess, to just play GTA, or any friends overall. So I would say try to make the businesses you do semi solo friendly. They don't have to be exactly solo friendly, because I understand many of them could require some teamwork. I would understand heists on why you would need to be with people, but I wouldn't say it's fair to have them all the highs just always have to have teammates. I would say maybe make some of them just a solo friendly, or some of them not solo friendly, I guess, teamwork related. But for the businesses, I would say many people would prefer to just work alone, or maybe if you want, work with your teammates. But I would say having it with solo friendly would definitely be better for all of us to have a better experience and not have to rely on other players. Because, I mean, sometimes it's better to do it ourselves than do it with others that have no idea what they're doing. But that's just my opinion, honestly. They don't have to do that one. It's something that it's not super important, but I really would like it if it was more solo friendly in many of them. For example, the MC, you do need some teamwork with that one, because I mean, steal supplies. You don't steal supplies. Just buy supplies, but then having to sell all of them if you max it out is a pain if you play by yourself. So it's good that you have to have teammates in that one, but I don't like having to do that one. But the thing that they did do good was the Acid Lab. They basically got all the knowledge they did from the MC and made it better. Solo friendly, only have one delivery vehicle, and have the cell missions easy as fuck. Easy, not a problem. They did good with that. I'll give them props with that with Rockstar. They did good with using all the knowledge they did with the MC Club and made it better for the Acid Lab. So I would say try to make at least some businesses solo friendly and maybe better, not have to be a pain in the ass. But yeah, just saying. Alright, moving on to number 7. Make prices for vehicles make sense. So I kind of understand why they would make prices for some things expensive. For example, I understand that in this game for GTA 5 they made the Raiju around 5.7 million, I think, to 6.8 million if you don't have the trade price. I understand that because it's a jet that's good, that has the stealth, has the missiles, and MG explosive cannons, and the hover. So it can be kind of, I guess, uh, used for griefing, I guess. But I don't really see anyone use it. But I understand that because it's a weaponized vehicle that could be a pain for many people. So I would understand having that paywall for that much to stop anyone to try not only just grief. But many of them I don't understand. The prime example are the police cars. The police cars make no fucking sense at all. Why is it that the police cars can cost from 3 million to 4 million? More expensive than many of the weaponized vehicles in the game, in this game, many of the jets, many of the planes, many of the other regular vehicles, more than the Vigilante, the Scramjet, the Oppressor Mark 1, the Ruiner, the Armored Boxwood, the Phantom Wedge, many of them. Why are they so expensive? And what do they provide? Nothing. It's a police car, sure. They look cool. They have good customizations for them. But all I guess they would return is you only being able to do dispatch missions for Vincent. But the dispatch missions only give you $25,000. So it's not a good return at all for it. The only good returns for the weaponized vehicles on why they would be so expensive and why they're good returns is because planes, they're good for the hangar. They'll help you out on getting to places easier. Weaponized vehicles such as the Scramjet or the Vigilante. Vigilante is good because it's used for missions like the Cluck and Bell Raid. It's the only weaponized, and the weaponized Tampa, the only weaponized vehicle that you can use to get to places, and it's fast. It has a boost. Scramjet, it's a fun car basically. It gets you to places faster as well and has a good boost. Oppressor Mark 1, good vehicle when you want to do the MC Club and you're wanting to go back and forth to the cell missions. And many other vehicles make sense. They provide you with some way to help you out. The police cars don't. They don't at all. All they are just regular vehicles as police cars, police lights, cool customizations, and all they do is maybe, I guess, give you some dispatch missions that have no purpose at all with them. Many of the overpriced ones that I say would make sense, like the Golden Plane and Helicopter, make sense because that's just for bragging rights. That's all it is for. The yacht, it's bragging rights as well. It's an expensive boat for people to spend. That's all it is. But many of them that I don't understand on why they cost so much. For example, the Gunland Interceptor, probably the best one out of all the police cars. The Riot one, which is just the police truck, the giant police truck, costs over $3.6 million. What the fuck is that gonna do? What is that gonna do? What is the purpose of that? What is the purpose of making them super expensive? There is no purpose, and the only way they would say that, or I guess an excuse, is so that way people can spend more money. But I may be rich in this game, but I'm still fucking ghetto. Alright? When I see something, I'm like, damn, that's fucking expensive. That's like me spending what? I don't know. I had $1,000 and me spending a fucking PS5 is like, holy shit, that's expensive. But at least I'm getting something in return. But anyways, I'm just saying, this is my opinion on this one. But just make some of the prices make sense. I would say that, like, the police cars in this one would be a fair price of 1 million to maybe 2 million. But this is GTA 5. I'm just saying for GTA 6, make prices for vehicles make fucking sense. All right, if they're gonna be expensive, make them be good. Don't make them stupid as fuck. Right. All right, moving on to number 6 is one that I think is pretty important because it's exhaustingly annoying that they did it in this game, which is don't make overcomplicated missions for anything with no good return for it. So what do I mean by this? So a while ago they made 2 new missions for the special cargo, and one of them was, or 2 of those missions, you have a contact named Lupe that helps you out. And one of the missions is by far one of the most annoying and excruciatingly long and annoying, I know I just say that, but exhaustingly boring and stupidest missions ever created on GTA 5. So, what happens? Alright, you buy the crates, alright? You buy the crates, you get out of the place, Lupe calls you. Lupe calls you, okay, go to Hookies, go find a car that has some scuba gear, and take that scuba gear from the car, go over there on the direction where the water is pointing you, like the placement where the water is, and then when you do that, there's going to be helicopters and I think boats waiting there just by the product. You take them down. When you take those down, you go under the water. There's going to be around 6 containers, I think. You have to find three of those containers have the product that you need. And then when you start slowly finding all of them, there's going to be helicopters already waiting on the surface, and they will start shooting at you actually while you're in the water with perfect aim. And while you're trying to do that, avoid them as well while still finding the product. And there's probably an 80% chance that you will die while trying to do that. Eventually, when you do get it, you're still going to have the problem of trying to get away from the water, like get out of the water and away from them. And then when you eventually do it and take them down, I guess, you still have to go to a specific location. Go to the location, and then when you go to the location, it's not over. You still have to deliver those right there, and it's gonna put all of those in a vehicle. And when they're all in a vehicle, then you take it to your fucking warehouse. All that just to have it delivered for 3 crates, and it could even be for 2 and 1 crate, which is annoying. It's so stupid the way they made those missions. And even if, like many people say, even though you spend 18,000 or however many you buy on the crates, if you ever get that mission, just fucking find a new session, because you will be spending around 15 to 20 minutes just trying to do that stupid mission. And it's excruciatingly annoying. On I don't know what the fuck Rockstar was thinking making that specific mission. If you know what mission I'm talking about, then you understand how I feel. But that mission was so painfully annoying, so painfully long. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that. That it's by far one of the worst missions ever created in GTA 5. And this is many of the missions that they did for the regular contact missions for Lester. Many of them, I recall, it was the one where you have to steal the cargo bob in a military base. You can't use your own cargo bob. You have to steal it from a military base. Be lucky that you lose the cops, especially since that cargo bob is super slow. And then eventually when you do lose them, go to a specific location, kill Merryweather, and then when you kill Merryweather, the thing you need to steal is a container. The container is actually underneath a bridge, so you have to use a vehicle that actually can grab one of the containers. And keep in mind, that vehicle is super fucking like weak as hell, so any scratches you do can actually destroy it. And if you're lucky, sometimes it can actually glitch though too, where the vehicle won't even pick up the container. So yeah, that specific mission also takes forever just for you to get like $8,000 or something. So make some of the missions, I guess, sort of difficult in some way, but as well as simple and a decent way for something in return. Because this was such a problem for GTA 5, and I'm really hoping that this won't be a problem as well for GTA 6, because man, those were a pain to do. It really was, I would say. But anyways, moving on to number 6, I think. Yeah. No, number 5, my bad. Alright, moving on from number 5, this is one that, I mean, basically I've already been summing up from the whole entire rant, is use all the knowledge you gain from GTA 5 to decrease the chances of GTA 6 being unplayable in the beginning. And what I mean by that is they made a lot of mistakes in this fucking game. They made a shit ton of mistakes. Arena War, many bugs that they haven't done, like fixed, many of the glitches that they caused, many of the problems they caused from trying to fix this game, trying to update this game. Use all the knowledge that you've gotten from everything and make sure that any mistakes you made don't happen again for GTA 6, because again, I'm saying GTA 6 is one of the most important games to come out because it's a game that we've been waiting for a whole decade. A whole decade. And it's a game that we're hoping, like, it has a lot of hype that we're hoping will not be the same result as like Cyberpunk that had a horrible release. And I'm hoping the same thing as well. So you've gained all this knowledge that you've gotten, all the mistakes you've made for GTA 5. Use all that knowledge that you've gotten to make GTA 6 better, because I think that's a pretty clever and smart way to prevent your game from being a pile of dog shit. And I think it's one that Rockstar, I think, probably knows, because they realize their mistakes on sometimes, I guess, but they realize that they can be pretty stubborn, I guess, because many of the things that are problems, they haven't fixed it all yet. But yeah, this one is definitely one of the most important ones, I would say, using all the knowledge they've gotten. So yeah, that's number 5. Moving on to number 4. Alright, this one's probably going to be a problem, I would say. But number 4, have a good anti-cheat for each console to have a great experience for everyone. So this one is probably not going to happen, especially since many of the companies in many of the games, for example, Apex Legends, Rainbow Six Siege, Call of Duty, I guess Fortnite too as well, have such a huge problem with cheats that it probably won't ever be fixed because they just don't, or just, I guess, struggle with it. But Rockstar, you could maybe do something about it, but I highly doubt it because they don't even fix the problem either with the PC hackers and modders, and sometimes in consoles as well. Like, for example, what happened in the PS3 edition for GTA 5 and Xbox 360, how they were plagued with hackers and modders. But I guess it sort of made sense with PS3 because the security on that was pretty dog shit. But still, you are a multi-billion-dollar company that, I mean, can make anything possible because you've constantly, I mean, sued many of the people for cheating or whatever, like, that makes cheats. So I would say this shouldn't be a problem. It really shouldn't. And I'm speaking also to other companies that have such a huge scandal, like cheating scandal, every fucking time on their game. Apex Legends, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Rainbow Six Siege. Many of these fucking games still have problems with cheats, and it's mainly on PC, I'm guessing. Because I don't know why, I don't know what is up with the PC ones, but it's always PC every time that has to deal with the cheatings. And it still could happen with console. It's kind of rare for it to happen on console, but still, it happens. And it's something that I don't understand what's so hard to do about it. Like, you have the money to do something about it. Do something about the cheating and make sure that GTA 6 doesn't start off as horrible as it did with GTA 5. Because the start of it was fucking god awful. You couldn't even play that game. You could probably go to the Eclipse apartment over there by Michael's house, the most expensive one in the PS3 edition. Dude, every time I went there, every time I always went there, there was always a fucking windmill just right in the middle of the street of the garage, just blocking the garage and just launching cars. That one was pretty funny. It was pretty funny just having to deal with that, but still, it was a problem. So this is one thing that I think everyone can agree that is pretty fucking important, and it's something that every gaming company still hasn't fixed at all. Like, I can understand maybe it might be difficult, but still, it shouldn't be because you have the money to fix it, but you just don't. And it will be such a huge disappointment if the cheating is a huge problem for a game like GTA 6 because it's an important game. Alright? Anyways, moving on to number 3. Number 3, another one of the most important ones. I would say 4 through 1 are probably the most important ones. I would say the other ones are important as well, but I'm just saying that these are really important as well. Like, the most important is avoid making broken vehicles and features. I'm sure you all understand what the fuck I'm talking about. They've made so many stupid decisions on releasing vehicles and features. Primarily, they made supposedly passive mode was meant to be for people that don't have to deal with, like, people that just constantly care about PvP or just anything at all, just so that way they can be left alone. But that shit was used and plagued by griefers and PvP pussies because all they wanted was to get their KD high and would use that to they would exploit it so that way whenever they would want to fight someone, they would take the advantage by going into passive mode and then try to, hit them in the back, like circle around them, I guess, wait for them until they're distracted on something else, and then get off of passive mode and then kill them. And that's all they would do every time, passive popping. It was such a plague back then. Thankfully, they fixed it in a way. Thank God they did. But still, it's something that if you're going to make a feature, make sure it's balanced in that way of it's not used as an exploit. Another thing is feature of the ghost organization. People only used it. It was meant so that way you won't get griefed as well from other players. But all they did was use that to their advantage so that way they could hide from the people that they're trying to kill and constantly kill them without them knowing where they're coming from, which was annoying. I guess they sort of fixed it in a way, but I don't know. Another thing is the orbital cannon. I still don't understand why the fuck they ever released that weapon ever. It's something that should have never been released, especially with the glitch that they did. The glitch was just getting on your orbital cannon, wanting to kill the person you wanted to. Then when you kill them, just join a new session or close the application and you don't have to spend the money. One of the worst features ever added in this game, ever, I would say. And should never be added at all in GTA 6, for sure. And then obviously the most infamous vehicle that they ever released, the Oppressor Mark II. The worst vehicle in the game that ruined this game for sure. It left a stain on this fucking game for years to come. Sure, they nerfed it a lot, but still, it was a plague. And when I mean a plague, it was horrible. It was the most used vehicle for griefers to grief because it was fast, it hovered, it had the missiles, pretty accurate missiles, almost as accurate as Ruiner missiles. It had flares, and it was such a small target that it was so hard to kill them. It basically had no weakness, I would say. Because the other vehicles, let's say the past ones, that were sort of, they had their own way of weakness. Deluxo, I mean, no flares, it was pretty slow. Sure, the missiles were pretty accurate, but you could easily take it out probably with just a homing launcher or something. The jet, it was a problem at first for a while, but it was basically just over for jet griefers with the explosive sniper rifle or something else, other planes maybe. And then Oppressor Mark 1, sure, it was also used, but it really wasn't the best one because the missiles weren't as good, and you could probably easily take it down, honestly. It was pretty weak. But the Oppressor Mark II was the worst thing to ever deal with because it had no weakness for a long time. It was such a hard vehicle to deal with. There was no vehicle that was really any better at all than it. Sure, they nerfed it a lot, so it's not really used anymore to grief. But still, it should have never been released to begin with. It really shouldn't have. It made this game so much more worse. Sure, I understand that there are people out there that use it to get to places. I understand that. That's completely fine. You just want to use it to get to places, make missions easier. But there are just people out there that use it just basically without the intended use. Just to mess with people, kill people, and just make people's lives a living hell, I would say. So yeah, please don't let this happen. Please don't make some stupid fucking vehicles. And if you are going to make some weaponized vehicles like that, make them balanced and make sure that they aren't broken on day one. Please, alright? Please, Rockstar. Please. Alright, moving on to number 2, which is another important one that's such a problem for Rockstar because they don't listen. Fix game ruining glitches and exploits when people spot them. Mainly glitches and bugs, and what I mean by glitches is there are many glitches and bugs, I guess, that still exist in this game. One of the most annoying ones is for the special cargo when you're dealing with the Cuban plane and the Titan. The Titan glitch is excruciatingly annoying, especially back then when people didn't know how to fix it. The only way was to close your application, but people didn't know that. They didn't know that if you closed it, then you would still get some of your crates back. Because of that, people got shot down and lost all their product, all 111 crates, because of a stupid glitch that they have refused to fix. This glitch has existed for 6 years, over half a decade. It's fucking crazy how long they've let this glitch exist and don't acknowledge it at all, ever. Another thing is the cloud like screen and the black screen that you would get. The cloud screen is what I mean is when you would try to load into a new session, you would just be stuck on the cloud screen and you would have to close your application, or maybe, I don't know, check your internet connection to that way you won't have to close it and have to go through that whole process. But still, why is it that their servers are so fucking ass that they have to deal with that shit like that? And then the black screen, I don't really have the cloud screen thing anymore as much. It's kind of rare for me to happen to me, but I still sometimes do get the black screen when I'm trying to load into my auto shop, I think. And it's something that's so fucking annoying that I don't know what is it. Everyone says it every time. Fix this, fix this, fix this, please. It's annoying. It makes a pain for all of us, but Rockstar doesn't fucking listen. They don't care at all. Why? Please, just don't make the same thing with GTA 6. When people spot glitches or anything like that that makes the game ruining, fix it. That's the whole purpose of it. Fix the fucking glitch. It's excruciatingly annoying that they have let so many glitches in GTA 5 still exist. And why haven't they fixed it? I don't know. Many people have said it to their face. Fix the fucking glitch. But Rockstar doesn't care. I don't understand why. So please, for GTA 6, if you want to make it a good experience, listen, and if you hear anyone or spot a problem at all of any glitch, fix it. It's that simple. You guys are game developers. Your whole reason for game developers is, make the game, update it, do stuff with the game, and fix any problems with it. Is it that hard to do? Is it that hard to do your job? Is it? Alright, before I move on to another one, I'm going to have some special mentions. They're just special mentions, but I don't really want to make them a list themselves. But we're starting off, don't have any unnecessarily difficult challenges for things, small things like colors or cosmetics. Now, if you understand what I mean from my other video, I mean like the stupid challenges that you would have to do in order to unlock specific colors, which was so stupid, which is what, like, win 50 races to unlock this color, do 100 slipstreams, 97 turbo starts or some shit. Those challenges were so stupid and had no purpose at all that they should never exist in a game like that. They shouldn't exist. There's no purpose. Just let us pick our colors. Let us pick the colors that we want. Let us pick the cosmetics we want, with the price obviously just a few $100s or some shit. It's just that simple. There was no purpose of making that at all. There really wasn't. Next one, better customizations for cars. This one isn't too necessary. The customizations on these, like, they're okay, but I would say there's a lot more that they could add in GTA 6, because there's probably going to be a lot more. They should add more. And one thing that I would have liked is, why is it that there's no nitro in this game? I don't understand that. They had nitro in, GTA San Andreas, but why didn't they have it in this game? It'd probably be cool if you could have nitro. I'm hoping that they do something like that, add nitro to your cars in GTA 6. That would probably be dope. And then obviously just better customizations for the cars. I don't know, better wheels, better stuff. Just make your car even more badass. Because we were pretty limited and it always felt like the same shit every time with cars and customizing cars. It's always the same thing. And then I would also say the same things for weapons and cosmetics without making them broken. What I mean by that is, I'm not saying that you should add, I don't know, mods, ammo mods. I'm not saying that, like, customizations and the looks of weapons, like, for many of the weapons, they were kind of disappointing with the things that we had for options, because they really didn't have any effect at all with any of the weapons. They really didn't. this is not something that they should really focus on. It's not something that they should. It's just an opinion, honestly. It's not really that big. It really isn't. But it's just something. Maybe add better customizations for weapons, make them better, because many of them in this game were kind of disappointing, honestly. But it's just something small. It's not really something that they should do, but it would be nice to have as well. Same thing with cosmetics. Many of the cosmetics that I hated is because I would sort of just want sometimes just basic clothing just to fit a whole outfit, and it would be annoying having to find a regular like cosmetic or just nice clothes because they would be just ruined with these shitty ass brands or whatever. Just something that I would think of, honestly. It's not something they need, but it's really prefer that I would like that. And then obviously much better housing designs, or again, like I said before, customizable apartments. I'm really hoping they do customizable apartments in GTA 6 because there's no excuse on why they shouldn't or why they haven't yet. Because GTA 6, they have a lot of things that they can do and have a lot of things they can do now with the new GTA game. Obviously, I would understand with this one because they're pretty limited on everything they could add here now since, I mean, it's old and they've already used a lot of these buildings for specific missions. And we already do have, I guess, the penthouse, which is basically a customizable apartment, but it's sort of different, but it's fine. The penthouse is good, but still, I would say customizable apartments would definitely be good for GTA 6. I'm just saying for that. But yeah, this is basically all of the special mentions, and now we're going to move on to number one, which is the most important thing I think is what Rockstar needs to do. Like, they need to for this one to have GTA 6 be good, I would say. Alright, we're here at number one. The most important thing that Rockstar needs to do for GTA 6 to be a decent game. Alright, say it with me, guys. Come on. Listen to your fucking community for feedback to make the game better. It's that simple. And I understand that many of the communities in some games can be toxic as fuck and just have no purpose. But many of them are there to just try to help out with the game, make it better. Because they are your consumers, they are playing the game. So they understand that there can be problems. But it's not fair that you don't give a shit about your community. You're constantly ignoring them every time. Every time when they're trying to, show you, oh, look, Rockstar, there's a problem with this specific cell mission that has made many problems for us and makes it difficult for us to sell our missions. Can you please help us out? No response. Nothing at all. Especially with, oh yeah, Rockstar Games, the definitive edition for GTA San Andreas, Vice City, and GTA 3 was actually dog shit. Can you, actually fix the game? They did. In some ways they did. But there's still many of the fucking bugs and glitches in those games still. There's still a lot of them that they just gave up on. They don't care. They just left it there and are willing to charge us $30 for it still. And what about that? Also, we're removing the original versions in the PlayStation Store as well. So if you want to play the original ones, sorry, you're gonna have to play the definitive edition. There may be a few glitches, but hey, it's all of them. I don't see it. I don't see what's the problem with Rockstar Games wanting to just, why not just listen to your community and help them out, man? Like, you are the ones working on the game. You are the ones fixing the game. If you ever fix them, you need to actually do a good job with talking to your community and listen to them and help them out whenever you spot an actual problem in the game. Because if there are many problems in the game that are just annoying as hell to deal with, you're gonna lose a lot of those consumers because they see that the developers in that game don't give a shit about what the consumers say, because all they're in for is just money. And I understand that the games they make are just in it for the money, but still, it's not funny or it's not cool at all that you're just gonna constantly ignore your community. Just for what? Why? Why are you gonna just ignore them? They're there. They give you feedback so many fucking times. They've had to deal with so much shit for GTA 5. We've dealt with the stupid glitches for the cell missions, God mode, modders, many fucking things. So many things in this fucking game. So many problems. We've said it time and time again. Rockstar, can you please fucking fix this game? Please fix them. And what have they done? Nothing. They've done nothing at all. They've done nothing. Like, there's still a lot of these glitches. There's still a lot of modders. There's still a lot of glitches that they can still do. Mod glitches like God mode. It's such a huge problem in this fucking game that I don't understand what the fuck Rockstar is doing. And I like Rockstar, but it doesn't mean that I shouldn't hold them accountable with some shit that they just don't do. It's scummy as hell when you just ignore your fan base. How is it that Epic Games actually sometimes listens to their community and agrees and helps out, listens to the feedback at times? How is it that they can do it, but you can't? They make billions of dollars, way more than GTA 5, I would say. Way more than Rockstar Games. But how is it that they can actually sometimes sort of listen to their community in some ways and fix some of the problems? They actually listen and pay attention to the community. Why can't you? You have such a huge fan base, a loyal fan base, a fan base that, I'm part of. I love this fucking game. I love the games that they've made. They've made such good games, but you don't listen to your fucking community, all in it for the bucks. And I feel like it's more just Take-Two Interactive, I guess, in some way. It's more of them, their fault. But still, Rockstar should have a community manager to help out, talk. Here, yeah, okay, guys, we've heard the feedback and we're working on the glitches that, you spotted. Thank you so much for your help. And maybe, I don't know, something like in return, we're giving you this or some shit, I don't know, a free t-shirt or something. So thank you for being a loyal community. But no one cares. I guess no one cares in there. So it's something that I think we can all agree is the most important of all time. Everyone agrees that having communication with the developers and the consumers is extremely important. It makes the game better. It progresses for the game to be better, and it just makes it less of a living hell for people to play it. It's that simple. So it's something that's way more important than any of the other things because it's the main core, the main problem of this game, of the games that they've made. They don't listen to their community. Listen, pay attention, help us out, Rockstar. It's that simple. I understand there's a lot of pressure on you for GTA 6 because it's a huge game, a game that we've all been waiting for years. But still, there are ways that you can make the game better, and this is one of them. So whenever there is a problem with the games, any of the game that you make, like any of the businesses, anything for GTA 6, listen to your community's feedback because it can help us out and it shows us, wow, Rockstar Games is actually helping us out and listening to us while we're showing them the problems they have on this game. That's actually respectable and cool. I might actually show this to my other friends that show, oh yeah, you might want to play this game because the developers actually give a shit about us. It's crazy. But that's all I have to say for this. I hope you enjoyed. I understand that we all have different opinions. There might be some things that I think I might change in my opinion for this list. There might be some things that I think I still agree with that I still will say, yeah, this is definitely really important. But still, I think we can all say that GTA 6 is one of the most important games and one of the most hyped games of all time because it's been so clickbaited for many times. It's been so popularized by many theories. So I think it's something that it's really, really like important. I can't really say, but Rockstar, your career depends on you. No, I'm kidding, but just I'm just gonna say that this is the game that I'm really, really hoping that it's gonna be good, and I have hopes that it will be good. But you never know what could happen. It could happen with the situation with Cyberpunk, but who knows what could really happen? Who knows? So I'm just hoping that GTA 6 can have Rockstar listen to their fucking community, and that's all I really have to say. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to comment and say your opinion as well. Maybe disagree, agree. I'm completely fine. But hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next time, whatever it will be. It might be a new list, it might be something else. It might just be regular games again. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. See you guys later. Bye.